Very good morning to one and all present over here. So today is a very auspicious day. Auspicious in the sense we are having our second year induction program, orientation program for second years. So uh, today you remember the importance of this today. September 7th, 2 years back, 2019, we all know about this Chandrayaan mission. Okay, today is the day when the control to the Chandrayaan flight was lost. The Chandrayaan space flight was lost. Okay, so but it was a great success for India. The Chandrayaan 2, where they have oriented a space orbiter in the moon's orbit. That's a great success. To achieve that success, there is a lot of instrumentation that is involved from the starting stage till the orbiter stage. Lot of instrumentation is there. That shows the importance of instrumentation, because so precisely and accurately you have to position a satellite in the orbit of the moon. Okay, so I welcome you all to this department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering of Puducherry Technological University. So very nice to have the new batch. So the first batch was actually in 1998, first batch from 1998 to 2002. So today we have, I think, 19th batch of our class. Okay, so this is a very nice occasion to invite you all. So first we'll have Tamil Thai Vazhthu. I welcome you all once again. First we'll have Tamil Thai Vazhthu.
All of you rise up for the Tamil Thai Vazhthu. Students, please rise up for the Tamil Thai Vazhthu.
வாழ்வினில் செம்மையை செய்பவள் நீயே, மாண்புகள் நீயே, என் தமிழ் தாயே, வீழ்வாறு வீழாது காப்பவள் நீயே, வீரனின் வீரமும் வெற்றியும் நீயே, தாண்டிடு நிலையினில் உனை விடுப்பேனோ, தமிழ் என் நாளும் தலை குனிவேனோ, சூழ்ந்தின்பம் நல்கிடும் பைந்தமிழன்னாய் தோன்றுடல் நீ உயிர் நான் மறப்பேனோ, செந்தமிழே உயிரே நருந்தேனே, செயலினை மூச்சினை உனக்களித்தேனே, நைந்தாயனில் நைந்து போகுமென் வாழ்வு, நன்னிலை உனக்கெனில் எனக்கும் தானே, முந்திய நாளினில் அறிவுமில்லாது மொய்த்தனன் மனிதராம் புதுப்புனல் மீது செந்தாமரை காடு பூத்தது போல செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி.
Okay, so today's agenda. So I'll just give you a brief of what is today's session. So first we'll have from our beloved HOD, then Professor Rand will tell you the importance of the course, Professor Anandarajan sir, and then followed by our Professor Ramesh Babu sir will tell you about the curriculum and the syllabus. Then Dr. Muruga Prakash sir, Associate Professor, will tell you about the student mandatory discipline requirements and anti-ragging, and followed by Professor Amritwali ma'am. She will tell you about the importance of industrial automation. Then we'll have Dr. Sundaramurthy sir. He'll talk about the importance of innovation or project and product development. Followed by Rajendran sir will give you glimpses of health and hygiene club of our college and the transducer lab. Then I will give an introduction about the different student engagement activities inside our department. followed by Florence ma'am will tell you about the discipline and safety measures for girls, as well as basic intro of the process control lab. And we have DSS ma'am to tell about student counseling. Finally, we'll have student introduction and then national anthem. So now I request our beloved HOD to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all. Respected Professor Dr. Ram sir, then Dr. Muruga Pragad, then Dr. Sundaramurthy, then Dr. Rajendran, Dr. Hemakumar, Dr. Florence ma'am, Dr. Sindana Selvi, and my dear students, friends. Okay, good morning to all. Today is important day. Okay, so you are all entering into the core department. Okay, so our department is one of the best department in our college. So our faculty members are well talented as well as friendly manner. They help, our faculties help, not only faculties, the non-teaching staff will help us, help the students to their developments. If you consider in all activities of the college, our faculties involved in all the important developments of the college. So our department has major strength on entrepreneurship development cell. Dr. Sundaramurthy and Dr. Hemakumar together developed the Center for Excellence. So through that, those who are interested in entrepreneurship in future, not only future, you can join now also through the entrepreneurship development cell. And one excellent center is there with the help of the MHRD, a center named Atal Incubation Center. This headed by Dr. Sundaramurthy. Okay, so our department is also has the excellent infrastructure. So not only in, academic wise, as well as infrastructure, well equipped classrooms, and there is a ladies waiting hall, the excellent, very neat, clean toilets for students facility, and there is one incinerator for now that the incinerator will helpful for mask also. But students are not in our department. There is one handicap for that. So anyway, in future you can utilize that facility. So laboratories wise, today's the modern infrastructure. Say for example, process control, the excellent DCS facility with the various stations are available in the laboratories. So you can learn lot of things. So also you have an opportunity. If you start preparing for GATE now, so you can have two choices in the GATE examination in the third year as well as final year. So they now they introduce for 2 years validity for GATE score. So you start preparing for GATE. So through GATE, it is mandatory for all public sector as well as government organization to enter the job. Okay, if you want to get for employment. Nowadays, GATE is mandatory. So start preparing from the third semester onwards. It will be helpful. Also for you, there is a great relax. So you have less mathematics. First year 2 mathematics, only in department only 1 mathematics. Previously up to 5th semester, your seniors having the mathematics course. But you have only 1 mathematics in the 3rd semester. If you pass the mathematics in 3rd semester, definitely you could be able to complete the BTech graduation in electronics and instrumentation engineering. Okay, so whatever may be the situation, you start preparing for your studies. At least 2 hours per day you spend for your studies. Now, because of this pandemic situation, we are all staying in our home, so there is lot of time. Don't waste the time. At least sincerely attend all the online classes. If you have any doubt, you can freely ask our faculties. They are very much helpful to you. Okay, so don't waste your time unnecessarily. Also, learn study habitately. Okay, so if you study well, if you hard work, there is no replacement for hard work. So please work hard. Definitely, you will have a very good future. Remaining thing, our faculties will explain to you. I warmly welcome all the third semester students to our department. Stay in our department for 3 years. So pleasantly study and happily enjoy the department life. All the best. Again, I wish you all for the future success. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, sir, for giving clear awareness about the department. Now, I would like to request Professor R. Anandanagarajan, Senior Professor of our department, to deliver his self-introduction and to also specify the importance about our course. I welcome you, sir.
சார் மியூட் பண்ணிருக்காரு சார். Yes, sir.
They can mute.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Respected my dear colleagues, Professor and HOD Professor P. Trisakti Murugan, and my dear colleagues and my dear students, 19th batch of E&I students, very good morning to you all. Today you are entering into that E&I department. That way it is an auspicious day for you. Really you are blessed because you have teachers of national level teachers. If you see Professor Ramesh Babu, his book Digital Signal Processing is famous all over India. No students can cross circuit branch without seeing his book. That way you are blessed to have such an author as your teacher. If you see Professor Trisakti Murugan is earlier worked in ISRO, and he is a GATE student. That's why he joined in ISRO. After that he came here. He is very good at instrumentation and transducers. You can learn a lot of things from him. Next you can learn a lot of things from Professor Sundaramurthy. You know that nowadays embedded system is very, very important, but many students from IT or CSE or EC can write software, but without understanding the hardware. If you write software, it will be like a half-cooked meal. That's why to learn the hardware thoroughly, you should be very strong in embedded systems. For that, you are blessed to have a teacher like Sundaramurthy. I would rank him one of the top national level teacher for embedded system. You are blessed to have such a teacher. You should utilize him to learn to become embedded system engineer. Like that, I can mention everyone. Hamakumar, he is very good at biomedical instrumentation. Those who are interested in biomedical instrumentation can approach him and you can learn a lot from him. Professor Rajendran is also from, he did his PhD recently from Anna University. He worked in control. You can learn a lot of things about control from him. I wondered many times about him, his passions in making things right, that you can approach him for many things, including that health. And health is very important because health is the real wealth. For that also you can consult him. In that way, if you see our department, it is a mixture of many scholars. in this department. Really, you are blessed. Don't think that you didn't get this branch, that branch, be forced to come to E&I. Don't think like that. Because I want to mention one thing here is that in instrumentation field, many employees are from EEE and ECE, because there is no good instrumentation engineers available for them. That's why many of industries having engineers from ECE and EEE. If you are really interested in instrumentation, you learned well, that too particularly embedded system and instrumentation, if you learned thoroughly well, you will be placed in very good position. You will get a 3-fold, 4-fold salary will compare with software salary. That is very much possible. That's why you love first this department and the subjects, then you can excel in your life. In addition to that, I want to mention we have a very good embedded system lab. We have very good process control lab. These labs are at a national level labs. We may not be in the NITs or IITs, but we have labs in par with NITs and IITs. You do not know all these things. Even after completing the course, you may not know all these things, because you have no option to compare with any other institute. That's why you are eating very good food, but you do not know whether it is good or bad. If you eat a bad food, then only you will come to know that. That's why I want to mention all these things. So you are blessed to be here. First thing, you have to decide whether you want to go for higher studies or job. Accordingly, you have to start preparation, because if you want to go for a job, you can concentrate on job oriented, or in which area you want to work. According to that, you can prepare, whether software or embedded system or instrumentation, whatever you like, you can prepare. If you want to go for higher studies, there are two options. Either you can go for foreign countries for higher studies, or you can study here in IITs and NITs. If you choose Indian universities, NITs and IITs, there are two advantages. One is you have to prepare for GATE. If you get very good score in GATE, you can join public sector units also. If you get within 500 ranks, definitely you'll get one of the NITs or IITs. At the same time, you'll get your job will be secured in one of PSUs. In most of the IITs, what they are saying, those who are joined for MTech in IITs, they are having job in hand. That is from PSU. What they will say, that too, after joining 6 or 7 months only, they will get the job. That's why what the professors are saying, you complete this first year and go. From there, you can do project like that, they used to say. That's why if you want to study in India, it is better to prepare for GATE. From this year onwards, GATE is for open for third year also. That's why two chances are there. You can write GATE in the third year as well as in the final year. Best score will be taken for admissions. So from now onwards, you have to study all subjects according to GATE syllabus. This year, they made a little bit tough E&I. They included electrical machines as one of the subjects and electromagnetic theory as one of the subjects. We didn't have that electromagnetic theory. Hereafter, because of GATE, we should include as one of the core subject electromagnetic theory, because it becomes a core subject in GATE. And another thing is, many students, they are not interested in other department subjects. Why actually those subjects are included in your syllabus? Because it is your subject. That's why it is included. But what you are thinking is, these subjects are handled by other department. That's why it is not that much important. That's why many students got failed in EEE, electrical machines. I think electrical technology. I didn't remember the exact name. What is that name, sir? Electrical technology. Your mic is mute, sir.
Electrical machines, sir.
Electrical machines. Electrical machines is included as one of the subjects in GATE, and it is your subject. Instrumentation engineer must have knowledge in civil, must have knowledge in mechanical, must have knowledge in communication, must have knowledge in EEE. All subject, blend of all subject is instrumentation. That's why don't think it is other department subject. Study well. You should be very good at electrical machines. Then only you will be full-fledged.
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Sir, that electrical machines included in the second semester, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Very
So
good,
it
sir.
is
So
introduced in first year.
it syllabus, it covered except electromagnetic theory. That has to be
Yes.
included at least as option subject.
Sir, I welcome to Dr. Ramesh Babu, sir. Sir,
That
he
is,
joined, Dr. Ramesh Babu, sir.
sir, welcome, sir. Dr. Ramesh Babu, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome.
Sir, welcome, sir.
Oh,
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, you continue, sir. Thank you, sir.
This, you note, sir is the author of that DSP book. No student can, I already mentioned that no student can cross circuit branch without study his book. And another thing is, as far as GATE is concerned, instrumentation students can get better rank because less number of students writing in national level. That's why you can get better rank and you can easily get into IITs. So if you are really interested in higher studies in India, then you start prepare for GATE. If you want to go to foreign countries for higher studies, then you can go for TOEFL and the GRE, like that you prepare. So second year is the right time to start preparation for higher studies if you're really interested in higher studies. Then already I mentioned that if you get good score in GATE, you can easily get into any public sector companies, ISRO, BHEL, Bell, like that you can join. If you are really interested in teaching, please prepare for GATE, because without GATE score, it's not possible to become a teacher hereafter. Because if that too, if you study one of NITs or NITs in PG, definitely easily you will get teaching post. Why I am telling that, salary wise you are not inferior to anyone. Your teaching staff salary will be in par with the collectors, the group A officer salary. That's why you can get very good salary. So you start prepare for GATE if you are really interested in teaching. Another thing, it will be rightly mentioned by Sundar Murthy anyhow. I want to tell, we have that Atal Incubation Center. We have Professor Sundar Murthy is the MD of that Atal Incubation Center. He got the project from MHRD. In that, if you have any innovative idea, you can make it as a product and you can start a company now itself. From second year, third year itself, you can start a company if you have any product. So if you want to become entrepreneur, that is very much appreciated, because if you become a company owner, then you can feed some 20 families or 200 families or 2000 families. As it grows more and more, you can feed many families. That's why if you have such inclination towards entrepreneur, you better search for a product and work towards that, so that you can do your project also in that, and you can make it as a product, and you can start a company. With these few words, once again, I wish you all the 19th batch. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening our students by giving, by mentioning the importance of our course. Now, I would like to invite Professor P. Ramesh Babu, Professor, Department of EIE, to deliver his self-introduction and also to give an overview of curriculum and syllabus.
First of all, good morning to all. First, I have to inform you that you will be having 6 subjects in this third semester. The third years, the second years will be having 6 subjects in the third semester, namely mathematics 3, circuit theory, electronic circuits, electrical machines, data structures and object-oriented program, electronics laboratory, and data structures and object-oriented program laboratory. So all these subjects are very important, and all are basic for your knowledge. For example,
sir, sorry for the interruption, sir. Now the electrical machines is not in our curriculum, new curriculum. Also data structure in the 4th semester. Now they are going to study electronic design fabrication under the lab.
Yes.
Sundar, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you'll be having electronic design and fabrication subject in the third semester. what you have to do is you have to concentrate on all these subjects. Is not that you can left one subject and you can neglect triple E subjects, or you can neglect other department subjects like computer science subjects. You have to concentrate on all subjects. These are basics for your, as Professor Ananda Natarajan mentioned, these are the subjects that are basic for your GATE. If you want to prepare for GATE, these subjects are very important. Then in fourth semester, you'll be having subjects which are continuation of this. That is, this mathematics 3, which is transforms and partial differential equation. The Laplace transform you will be studying. That Laplace transform is very important because the concepts of Laplace transform you will be using in circuit theory, then control systems, then signals and systems, which is one of the program electives you will be having in fourth semester. So you cannot neglect any subject in third semester. You have to concentrate on all. Coming to fourth semester subjects, you will be having signals and systems as program elective, linear integrated circuit, which is continuation of the electronic circuits you will be studying in third semester. That is continuation which you will be studying. Then we will be having subjects like DLTD, digital logic theory and design, which is basic for microprocessor and applications, and also VLSI design. VLSI design you will be studying as program elective in fifth semester. For that, you must know about digital logic theory and design. Similarly, the digital logic theory and design also very important for microprocessor and applications. And again, the continuation of this microprocessor and application you will be studying in sixth semester as embedded system design. In embedded system design, you will be studying about 8051 microcontroller, then LPC2148 processor. All these things you will be studying. Embedded systems are very important subject as far as instrumentation, our electronic instrumentation is concerned. Then you will be studying digital signal processing as one of the program elective in sixth semester, which is continuation of signals and systems. The digital signal processing, you know very well that that is very important subject. You will be getting questions in GATE about this digital signal processing and signals and systems. Then coming to control side, in control system, you will be studying in fifth semester as one of the subjects, and the continuation of control systems you will be studying in sixth semester, namely the process control. And the continuation of this process control you will be studying in seventh semester as PLC and DCS. So all subjects are really important. If you want to gain knowledge in control, then all these three subjects are very important. Then coming to instrumentation, electrical and electronic instrumentation is the basic subjects you'll be studying. Then you'll be also studying transducers and measurement science.
Signal problem. For him, signal problem. Hemakumar. You take control.
For all these things, you'll be studying instrumentation.
Professor?
Yes.
Sir,
Have
problem.
yours. You can choose a program elective of your choice. The regulations will be like this. You'll be having one seminar topic in seventh semester of 1 credit, and project work will be there. Project work will be having in eighth semester, which is carries 8 credits. Then you have mandatory non-credit courses, mandated non-credit courses like Indian Constitution, Essential of English and Traditional Knowledge, Professional Ethics, Environmental Sciences. Then you will be having elective courses, professional elective courses. We'll be offering professional elective courses from fourth semester onwards. That is, students can choose the department electives. Each department will offer a minimum of 5 elective courses, and apart from that, you'll be having open electives offered by other department. Open elective courses will be offered by other department. Like suppose some of you may be interested in communication engineering, then you can choose communication engineering from offered by ECE department. Some of you may be interested in security concepts, or some of you may be interested in operating systems. Then you can choose those type of courses offered by CSE department. So you can choose electives offered by other departments. Is minimum 2 elective courses you have to select. Minimum 2 elective courses, and also we having courses offered by Swayam portal. That means you can select courses offered by Swayam portal. Particularly in 8th semester, you will be selecting courses offered by Swayam portal. Okay. Totally 10 credits you have to earn through open elective courses, out of which you will be selecting some courses. You will be selecting from courses department offered by the other departments. Some courses you can select from Swayam. And also you can do project work. That is very important. You have to start project work from 7th semester itself. You'll be having project phase 1, then you'll be having sometimes we'll call that also mini project. Then you'll be having entirely you can have 1 semester for 8 semester project work. Some of you can go for industries for doing project work. Suppose if you complete all the requirements by 7 semesters, you can go for go to other industries for doing your project work. And also you can go for internship. So you can go for internship during the 8th semester, and you can do project work there also. So then we have honor core and minor core. That suppose if you want to do minor in the computer science department or minor in the EC department, you have to select the minor electives offered by those departments. And also we have honor core. Honor core means suppose if you get a CGPA more than 8.5 CGPA, then one subject you will be studying extra in each semester to attain this honor core. So in the curriculum, it is mentioned separately what are the minor electives offered by other departments, and also what are the honor core offered by our departments. You can go through the curriculum, and now itself you can start planning your requirement. For example, if you are interested in computer science, you can go for computer science. You can select as minor elective in computer science. Similarly, if you want communication, some of you may be interested in networking, then you can go for you can select the wireless networks offered by EC department. So there are many chances for you people to excel in the electronics instrumentation department. So it is up to you to utilize the opportunities given to you and come with flying colors. Actually, this meeting should be like pressure. I think this is the Freshers Day we are having this meeting, I think. But due to pandemic, we are not able to see faces. There is no eye-to-eye contact. However, at least I have to thank Professor and our HOD, Dr. P.T. Sunodhan, to arrange a meeting like this. So once again, I thank him, and I thank all the students for choosing E&I, and also I thank all my colleagues for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for giving us the overview of the curriculum. So next I will call upon our assistant professor, Dr. R. Sundaramurthy, Sir will self-introduce himself and he will tell about the importance of the Innovation Club or the importance of the Atal Incubation Center as well as the project. And he'll give a brief intro about the embedded and VLSI lab. Sir?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Respected Head of the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, respected Senior Professors of E&A Department, my fellow faculty members, non-teaching staff members of EIE, and my beloved students of 19th batch stepping into the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation. It's indeed a great pleasure and privilege for me to welcome all the third year students to be a part of this electronics and instrumentation engineering family. As you step into the department into the third semester, you as a student should understand your roles, your responsibilities, and your objectives very clearly defined at a very early stage. Before doing that, it is necessary that you understand what is the strength of our department. As it was very clearly illustrated by our senior professor, the strength of our department is the faculty. Each and every individual faculty member in our department has excelled and specialized in their particular domain, and they have developed vast amount of expertise and skill set in the domain concerned. Professor Dr. Ananda Natarajan is a renowned expert in process control engineering. Professor Dr. P. Ramesh Babu is an expert in digital signal processing. Professor and Head of the Department, Dr. P. Thrishakti Murugan, is an expert in transducers and sensors. Myself can facilitate and support you in the field of embedded systems and VLSI engineering. Professor Dr. Amirdevalli Madam can help you to understand neural networks and fuzzy logic. Dr. Hema Kumar is a multi-faced teacher who can help you in understanding a lot of concepts, which includes we can support you in a lot of multiple disciplines within the department. Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Which includes sensors, which includes modern measurement techniques, which includes virtual instrumentation. He is a specialized teacher in virtual instrumentation technology in E&I. Dr. Rajendran is again a process control and instrumentation expert, ably supported by Dr. Muruga Prakash, Dr. Sindhani Selvi Madam, Dr. Florence Mary. We have an extremely talented faculty group in our department who can support you in a wide range of subjects that has very practical significance in today's world. The second strength of our department is the ability of our department to design and develop real-term and real-life products, especially in hardware. If there is one department in this entire campus which can teach you and help you to practice and design real-world electronics, and it can help you to design real-time products in electronics, it is our department. Our department students have excelled in this particular field, and they have set a very high benchmark to other students of this college with regard to designing hardware products and hardware solutions to customers. So these are the main focus areas in which our operations revolve around. As a graduate student who are entering into the third semester, you should have very clear and distinct objectives. The first objective is, of course, to come out with flying colors and to complete your graduation without any arrear backlog. That I always insist on. You can have n number of objectives in mind, but unless you fulfill your academic requirement, rest of the other, all other things will not have any significance when you are not in a position to fulfill the basic or mandatory requirement. So your mandatory requirement as a student is to complete your graduation without any arrear backlog. I always take a small example of senior professor of our department, Dr. Anandha Natarajan, who used to tell a basic mantra for students to, clear the subjects without any arrear backlog. See, if you take a theory subject, totally we have 60-40, which means you have 40 marks.
Students, kindly mute yourself. Students.
Kirbakaran, mute yourself, idiot. Kirbakaran. Sir, you start, sir.
So the total evaluation mechanism of our institute is 60-40, which means 40 marks is awarded for internals and 60 marks for externals. Out of that 40, we have 5 marks for attendance, 10 marks for your assignment, and totally 15 marks. Rest 25 goes for your internal assessment test. So many students used to ask me, sir, what is the basic secret behind clearing all the subjects without any arrear backlog? I'll always tell my students, based on my experience in this particular institute for the past 16 years, you need to concentrate on only one important factor to clear your subjects without any arrear backlog, and which is very simple and straightforward. That is, maintain 100% attendance in all your classes that you are about to undergo. Irrespective of whether the teacher is teaching in accordance with your expectation, irrespective of whether you personally like your teacher or not, irrespective of whether the class is interesting or boring to you, simply take a class without any break. Simply make sure that you attend all the classes without any getting yourself absent for any classes, or you involve yourself in any break. If you maintain 100% of the attendance, the system in our institute is designed in such a way that it will automatically make you to clear all the subjects. I'll tell you how. If you attend 100% of the classes, by default, you will get 5 marks for your attendance. So that is guaranteed.
Sundar, please unmute.
Okay. So where I was telling, did you got it? I was just telling you, out of that 40 marks, 5 marks is given to your attendance, 10 marks for your assignments, and rest 25 goes to your internal marks, which is taken from your internal assessment test. So if you ask me the basic reason or the basic criteria for clearing all the subjects, it lies in only one important factor, which is attending all the classes without any break. So if you attend all the classes without any break, the system in our institute is designed beautifully in such a way that you will clear irrespective of whether you like it or not. I'll tell you how. If you attend all the classes, you will invariably get the 5 marks for your attendance. If you attend all the classes, invariably you will complete the assignments as given by your professor. So without doing any effort from your side, if you simply attend all the classes, you have 15 marks already available in your pocket out of 40. Rest of the 25 marks, let us say you are not a smart student. Let us keep it at the very minimal basic level. you take 5 marks per test, and for 2 tests you take 10 marks. So 15 already available in your pocket, and 10 marks you secured, and totally 25 marks is a bare minimal mark that you should take as a underperforming student. I am sure that you are inside Pondicherry Engineering College because you are in some way excelled in your academic life in your school. That is why you are here. If you are not excelled in your academic life in your school, probably you would be studying somewhere else where our students are taking classes. You are here and you have the privilege of attending classes in this elite group of teachers in Pondicherry Engineering College just because of the fact that you have excelled in your academics. You first believe in that. We believe in that. We request all of you to believe in that. Once you enter into our institute, if you are a bare minimal performing student, you are not expected to score less than 25 marks. If you are scoring 25, there is no reason why you score less than 25 marks, because the system is designed in such a way that it will help you to score 25 marks. So once you have 25 marks out of 40 for your internals, it is a matter of scoring only 25 out of 60, which is a cakewalk for it if you attend all the classes. So there is no reason why you fail in a subject, provided you determine yourself to fail yourself. The system is designed in such a beautiful way to help you, to support you, and to excel in your academic life. So just follow the system. The system will help you to clear all the subjects and make you trouble-free and enjoy your academic life. The basic mantra behind enjoying your life in campus is just to clear all the subjects and make yourself arrear-free in order to have a nice campus life. That is the primary motto and primary objective. Having said that, clearing the subjects and making yourself eligible academic-wise only serves 50% of your objective. Rest 50% of your objective should be focused on developing your skills. What do you mean by skills? As an engineer, the objective of doing engineering is not to get a degree. The objective of doing an engineering course is to become a problem solver. Who is a problem solver? A problem solver is one who apply the knowledge or the technology that he has learned in his academics to create solutions for those people who struggle in their daily life. You as an engineer, to become a solution provider, it is necessary that you should sharpen your skills. Your skill sets will enable you to provide solutions for those people who struggle on their daily life. So as an engineer, your ultimate job is to become a solution provider. By virtue of the technology that you have learned, you have to design a product or a service that can help a layman who is struggling day in and day out with some kind of a problem. So in order to become a solution provider, it is mandatory that you sharpen your skill set and you enhance your skill set at a very early stage. So as Professor
Sir,
Unmute.
sir, you are under mute, sir.
Sundar, mute.
Yeah.
Unmute.
Okay. So our department has a very strong inclination towards product design and development at the very early stage. We have introduced a very special course called Electronics Design and Fabrication, which you are going to study in this third semester. For many departments or for many other colleges, they think that it is too premature to have such a subject at the very early stage. But we had a very serious thought process to introduce this particular subject in the very, very early stage, so that it will incline your thought process, it will incline yourself, and it will orient you towards designing and developing real-world products at a very early stage. So the very objective of studying instrumentation is, of course, to get a degree certificate, but not limited only to that particular purpose. You should focus on designing real-world products, innovate, and come out with a lot of innovative products that can create solutions to a lot of people. Thereby, you not only become financially independent, and you also provide a lot of job opportunities to others. So your motto should be a job creator or a job provider in future, not a job seeker. So you set your goals at a very high level that you are going to be a job provider to somebody by virtue of creating a company and creating a startup company during your graduation in this college. Accordingly, our department is having a very strong inclination in entrepreneurship development. There is incubator and entrepreneurship development cell, IEDC cell in our institute that is headed by our department. In fact, I am the one who is taking care of that. It will help you to do a lot of pre-incubation activities like validating a problem. In case if you are finding a problem, we will help you to educate you whether that problem that you have identified is really worth solving or worth pursuing. And then we will help you to convert that particular idea into a real world product. And then a step after that is incubation. We have a world-class Atal Incubation Center, and I am also looking after that center as well. The purpose of that center is to help you to convert the proof of concept hardware that you develop in your department into a commercial grade product that can be used by somebody. Thereby, you can sell that particular into the market and you can generate revenue and earn money during the course of completing your graduation in this college. You need not have to wait for 4 long years to start a company or to design a product. There is no better place or there is no better time than the next 3 years that you are going to spend in focusing and designing a product and becoming an entrepreneur. You have all the facilities, you have all the support systems built already, you have a proper ecosystem that is already built inside our institute. It is up to you to make use of the facilities and make use of the facilities that we have created and come out with flying colors. So this is something that I wanted to tell you. Apart from that, as I told you already, our core strength of our department is designing hardware, real life hardware and building solutions. So I hope you people to make use of such a facility that is available in our department, complementing the technological expertise that our faculty members are going to offer you, and make use of this. And then with the ecosystem that we have built in this campus, I am assuming that you people will make use of these facilities to the fullest maximum possible and come out with flying colors in the next 3 years to come. So with these few words, I once again extend the 19th batch of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering a very warm welcome to Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering family, and I wish all of you a great success in life. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience and your valuable information. It will be a great input to the students. Now, I would like to invite Dr. S. Rajendran, Assistant Professor of EI Department, to give a self-introduction about himself, as well as to give an introduction about the Transducer Lab and about the health and hygiene management for students. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to one and all present here.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, I thanks for this opportunity, and I welcome all the students on behalf of the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering Department. And I wish you all the very best for your prosperous stay in our department. As other professors have told, this department is having a lot of opportunity for you to grow. Nothing can stop your improvement or to enhance your knowledge. So many facilities are available. We have got very good infrastructures, and you are the first batch students directly entering to the department in your second year. Your at present third year and final year students have stayed in ECE and EEE, and then they came to our department because our department new building is ready only by last year. So therefore, in this way, you are the first batch students who are directly entering to the department, and you are going to enjoy the new facilities available in our department as the fresh classrooms, fresh desks, everything. I think you might have stayed in your first years also in our department. Second semester, some months you have stayed in our department, I hope. And I would like to inform you some few points. First of all, you visit our department website so that you can see what are the facilities are available. Whatever the facility we have told, The photographs are available. The information about those laboratories are available in our website. You visit the website and you can see the faculty profile. Each and every faculties, where they have studied and what are the achievement they have done. It is all available in the department website itself. So once you can go to the website and visit each and every page, and you will get more information about the faculty members and the department facilities available in our department. And also you can see the students council activities which are done in the past. So I think we are releasing the students department magazines every year, and we are conducting students symposium once in 4 years, and we are conducting guest lectures regularly in our students council activities, and many more activities are done. All the past activities are posted in our website. You can see the students activity tab will be there. You can see under that what are the informations, what are the activities we have done in the past. Similarly, you can also visit our college website, pek.edu, regularly, so that what is happening in the college, you will understand what are the activities for the faculties, what are the activities for the students which are happening in our college, you will understand. So every year almost, almost all the departments are conducting students council activities. Some of the activities you may be allowed to participate. So you can go and see how the others are conducting their technical event, how do they organize those events, and you can learn a lot of things about that. Similarly, you can also do the same thing in our department. Part of the students participate in a very right sense. That's what we are expecting from you. Okay, as far as this health and hygiene and environment club is concerned, it's basically this club was started about 10 years back, and we are regularly conducting some exercise class for the students and faculties, and also some meditation class for some faculties. And also for environment clubs are concerned, we have visited Sadhana Forest regularly. In Auroville, there is a forest called as Sadhana Forest, which are developed by the human effort. It is not a conventional forest. So it was developed by the volunteers from different countries. So we have visited there for a few times, and our students have really enjoyed the stays by visiting that particular place, and they have also learned so many things from them. So it would be very nice if we maintain our health, particularly this pandemic period. Everybody is interested to maintain their health. So many WhatsApp messages we are getting, how to increase the immunity and so many other things. So we will also organize such important health tips program during this semester also. And the sensors and transducer laboratory you will be studying in 4th semester. At the same time, you will be studying the theory in the 4th semester, so that you will understand the theoretical concept much better than, because we are doing it in practically and studying the theory side by side, so that your understanding level will increase. We have got a very good equipments in our laboratories, with all the students can learn so many interesting things in our laboratories are concerned. And also the other facilities are also available, like, nowadays so many facilities are available to the students. Once we have studied here about 20 years back, we find very difficult to have the textbook. Actually, we did not have department library. Now department library is available. You can take books from the department library, and you can keep it up to the examination time also. But once you go to library and take some books, you have to return within 15 days. Once again, you can renew it, and you can another 15 days you have to return it. But in department library, you can take the book and keep it for a semester, and you can read it. Similarly, so many ebooks are available, and then so many lecture notes are available, so many videos are available, so many animated videos are available in YouTube. Our teachers are exposing you into those videos, and the only thing is you should show your interest to learn more and more. So since you have got so many information, you may have to spend some quality of time to grasp all those things. You can Google it and you'll be getting whatever you want. But at the same time, once you have a basic knowledge which you have gained from your classroom, and then if you Google it and you can learn. But if you see directly without attending the classes, directly if you won't see the YouTube videos, you may not understand what it is exactly. It is like recently somebody have told me that, somebody have cooked by watching the YouTube video, but it went on miserably bad because they don't have the basic knowledge of the cooking. So once you have the basic knowledge of cooking, and then if you go and try with the YouTube videos, then definitely you'll have a very fruitful output. That's what I'm insisting here. So if you wanted to learn more and more, you just have the basic idea, basic knowledge of the particular subject. You gain those knowledge in your college classroom, and then you go out and explore more about the particular concept, so that you will understand more and more. This is one thing I wanted to tell you. And actually, in our college, so many faculty members have completed their undergraduate degree and postgraduate degree or research in our college itself. For example, our Dr. Hemakumar have completed his BTech degree from the same department, the Electronics and Instrumentation department, from the first batch. That is 1998 to 2002. He has completed his BTech from our own department. So he is the first batch student. And then our Florence madam have completed as a third batch student, 2004 she has completed. And myself and Dr. Trisakti Murugan have completed from the same college, from the EEE department, about 20 years back. We have completed our degree from BTech EEE we have studied. Similarly, you can see many departments, so many alumni are working in our college. So there is a great opportunity. One of you, in future, you can also be a faculty in our department or in our college. And if you're interested to choose the teaching career. So during this pandemic period, you've got a lot of time. So you make use of your time to enhance your skills in your studies as well as the personal improvement. I wish you all the very best for your pleasant stay in the department, and all the best. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would thank you for sharing valuable information and giving some input that motivates the students. Now, I would like to invite Dr. B. Hemakumar, Assistant Professor of EI Department, to give a self-introduction about himself, and then to introduce about MMT Lab and give a brief introduction about students' engagement with various cells and sensors. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, very good morning to one and all present over here. It's indeed very happy to invite you all on this occasion. So, I welcome you all. I am as Rajan sir told, myself from the first batch of E&I, passed out of the same department in 2002. Okay, I did my BTech in electronic instrumentation from PEC. Then I did my MTech in Sastra University in biomedical instrumentation. I joined back the institute in 2007, and I did my research under the guidance of Professor Anandha Rajan sir in the area of biomedical image processing. So this is a short intro about myself, and I'll just take you to the department website. Okay, so I want to share with you the details directly from the website. Okay, this is our website. Either you can land here from the college website eae.pec.edu, or you can just take it up from eaecouncil.com. You can either take both the ways to land in this page. Okay, this is our department website. Okay, and here you can even look at the department vision and mission. What is the vision of our department? What is the mission? Okay, so what is we are targeted towards, because anything without a vision and mission, it is not okay. So குதிரைக்கு வந்து நம்ம டார்கெட் எப்போதும் ஃபைனலா இருக்கணும். ஸோ டார்கெட்டுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி தான் we will be able to move. Okay, and given we have been about the instrumentation discipline, as Rajendran sir told, you can just visit all the faculty profiles. Okay, and their and most of the staffs have individual websites, okay, where they post their lecture notes. Okay, so all the non-teaching staffs. Okay, and main thing I want to concentrate here is the student training. See, as far as student corner is concerned, you have a special training. So this is the different additional courses that have been offered in the department for your knowledge enrichment. Okay, so Ramesh Babu sir is offering on multivariate data analysis. Okay, we have entrepreneurship, we have image processing. Okay, and a variety of courses being offered from the department. Okay, and you can also have a look into the placement profile for the past years. Okay, and in our department we also have another initiative from another time itself, that is we are giving prizes for toppers. Okay, so internal and attendance toppers, we are giving away prizes to the students who top in their internal assessment as well as their attendance. Okay, and every once in 4 years we'll be conducting fusion. That's a department level cultural thing. Okay, so fusion is the magazine release. Okay, student council inauguration. Our student council name is Fusion. Okay, we give away certificates and we'll release the magazine. Okay, and apart from that, this is a revelation. That's what Sir told. If once in 4 years, it's a technical symposium that is being conducted. Okay, mostly we'll call the alumnus to be the part of the revelation. They will interact with you all. Okay, and apart from that, you have Marakriti, the robotics club. Okay, which will be initiated from this semester onwards. And our students are there in sports, NCC and NSS. Okay, and I'm just giving you a overview of the website. Okay, so here we have different forms list. You have the syllabus. Okay, you can just go through these contents. Okay, and as far as the activities of the department is concerned, okay, so you have we conduct a good number of guest lectures, not only in department subjects. Okay, this is different alumni who have interacted. Okay, so I'll just minimize here. So the different alumni who have interacted even before the corona. Okay, so one of the person, Austin, he passed out in 2011. He interacted, okay, with the students, and good number of other lectures pertaining to health, general mindfulness, all those things. Okay, see the competitions that we conduct in our department. We have sensotronics, poster competitions. Okay, so mini project in electronic design and fabrication. Okay, this is a mini project conducted in the last semester. Okay, last year actually. You can just have a visit over the different competitions that are conducted in our department. Okay, so this is electronic circuits. Okay, and we also organize field visits to students. So some of the places where we visit is, one is IIT SAIF. IIT SAIF is an analytical instrumentation facility in IIT Madras. Okay, also we'll go to PPCL. PPCL is Puducherry Power Corporation Limited, which is in Karaikal. Okay, these are all state-of-art facilities for our instrumentation. Okay, this is visit to National Institute of Wind Energy for non-renewable energy resources. Okay, also to NLC, Neyveli Lignite Corporation. Okay, so these are some of the places we visit for field visit, and this is what our department magazine. Every year we release our department magazine. Okay, past issues are available here. You can just go through. You can contribute being in the editorial committee, and designing the magazine. Okay, those who are good in designing, you can just contribute in this way. Okay, and other workshops that has been conducted. So frequently our Professor Ramesh, Sundaramurthy sir will be conducting workshops on Raspberry Pi, myself on image processing. Okay, these are some of the facilities. Okay, and you can go through all the lab facilities, and we have state-of-art DCS facilities in our process control lab. Okay, so that normally you can go to any college. Okay, these kind of facilities you'll not be able to see. Fine. And similarly in virtual instrumentation lab, we have good amount of interfaces, real-time interfaces, where you can interface with the equipments and you can record signals. Okay, so we have good lab facilities. The staffs are all strong in their areas. Okay, that's the main strength of this department. Okay, so I hope you will be having a very fruitful stay in this 3 more years. Okay, I wish you all the best. And another big advantage of our department is any teacher is easily approachable. Okay, you need not hesitate, whatever be your queries. Okay, you can just approach them, you can ask them, so they will be always be there giving a helping hand for you. Okay, so thank you again once for the opportunity. Now I call upon Florence ma'am. Is also the assistant professor in our department. Okay, to explain, to self-introduce herself and give the important aspects of discipline and safety measures for girls, and also introduction to the process control lab. Ma'am, please.
To tell about myself, I thank sir for welcoming me. To tell about myself, I did my BTech here in the year 2004. I completed.
Madam, voice is not clear in your mic or something. Noisy. Your voice is noisy, not clear. Okay, continue, madam. No problem.
Is it clear now, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Network and bandwidth.
I did my BTech.
Whether you logged in 2 devices.
And in 2000.
Lawrence, you logged in 2 devices.
Sir?
2 device log பண்ணிருக்கீங்க கேக்குறாங்க.
Okay. Yes, sir. No, sir, only one, sir.
Okay. Yeah, அப்புறம் அந்த இது ringing sound.
Madam, please continue.
Ma'am, பேசுங்க.
Okay, sir. In the year 2001, I was new to the department. Like you, I was also new to the department. But the environment that we had in our department made it easy for me to finish my BTech, and then it also gave me a view to focus on my future, my career, and then to go for MTech, and then complete MTech in the year 2006. And then I did my PhD also under the guidance of Professor R. Anandanarajan, and I completed my PhD in the year 2016. So everything I was able to do with the support of the department faculties. So our department faculties are student friendly, and as I was also alumni, in the future you also become an alumni, but you will also get the same support which I got as a student to excel in your life. That is what I want to convey you. And next I would like to give an introduction about the process control lab. So this process control lab, under the guidance of Professor R. Anandanarajan, we are handling this lab, and here this lab gives you real idea about how an industrial plant setup will look, and then how the measurement quantities like temperature, pressure, level, flow are being controlled. And here it also gives you a real hardware industrial setups. For example, if you take the calibration setups available, the calibration setups are available in our labs also. We have different calibration where you learn how to standardize an instrument for a pressure gauge, or may be a temperature sensing devices. So all these are available in our lab. And similarly, if you take in our lab itself, we have facilities already. In many training centers, you would have heard the word DCS and PLC. So this DCS and PLC is a common term used everywhere in many training centers, which helps you to get jobs in petrochemical industries and many other industries also. But the same insight you can get in our lab itself. So we also have a DPS by the company of Corbett Marshall, and here you study how to control the various plants simultaneously, and you also have the PLC hardware available. PLC hardware and software available, which helps you to get an insight of logical control also. Okay, this is something about our lab. But when you enter your lab, the third year will be entering inside the lab, and in fourth year also you will be doing the industrial measurement and control lab. So this lab will give you more insight when you enter the third year and your final year. So with this, I would like to finish my introduction about the process control lab. And next, about the safety measures of drugs and disciplines. About the safety measures, right now I feel that you are within the control of your parents. So now I don't feel that any information is required which has to be conveyed to you. But once you enter the college, once the college starts after this pandemic situation, have a meeting, and during that time I discuss with you about all this. Okay, and next about the dress code, specifically about dress code, I wish to convey when you enter the college. The dress code is you're not supposed to wear leggings. Okay, that information I wish to convey. Don't wear leggings. Girl students don't wear leggings when you are coming to the college. And first years I used to see that you're not wearing shawl. It's a common thing. But when you come to college, there is a dress code that has to be followed. So see to it that your dress code is followed properly. And other things, when you enter the department, I will speak to you. Enter the department in person, I will speak to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introduction and about the lab. Okay, thank you very much. Now I request ma'am, Dr. D. Sindanechelvi ma'am. Ma'am is the assistant professor in our department. I request ma'am to introduce herself and tell about the role of faculty advisor and the student counseling conducting in our department, and also to give an introduction about the electronics lab. Ma'am. Ma'am, Sindanechelvi ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Very good morning to HOD and my colleagues and my dear students. First of all, I congratulate all the students for selecting the E&I department. And I think you peoples are very fortunate to have the E&I department, as you have selected the E&I department, because the world is full of instruments. So without an instrument, we can't live here. The situation is like that only. So I can say that if there is no instrument, then there is no world. That is, if no instrumentation engineer, then we didn't exist. That is the condition which is going on. So the instrumentation engineer, they play a vital role in all the field, not only in industry or biomedical or designing sensors, automation. Wherever you go, the instrumentation engineers, they are playing a very vital role. So I think you are very fortunate to have the instrumentation department. So I welcome all the students to the E&A department on behalf of all the E&A staff members. So the thing which I want to tell here is, as Sundaramurthy sir already told, that you people have a better opportunity to excel as an entrepreneur also. So I wish all the students to try to excel as an entrepreneur, and also you can try government jobs also. So be a job provider, but don't try as a job seeker, okay? So be an entrepreneur, utilize the facility of our department, because the strength of our department is listed by all the staff members. So we have a very good strength of staff members with very good knowledge. They are versatile in different fields. That is the very beautiful advantage of our E&I department. We have a versatility in our department. So you can approach any staff member in any field. Whichever field you want to develop, you can excel in that field and try to become an entrepreneur. Okay, this is the thing which I want to mention regarding your career. So I wish you all the best. Have a pleasant stay in the E&I department. Enjoy the new department buildings and have the explore the skills with the versatility of the different staff members. And regarding the faculty advisors and counseling, the entire class tank will be divided into 3 parts, and you will be provided with 3 different staff members, and the 3 staff members will provide you counseling. As per this online class sessions, weekly 1 hour is provided for counseling sessions, so that staff member will counsel the students. So in the counseling, you people can tell your suggestions regarding the difficulties in online classes or whatever it may be, the materials, or you want some materials from some staff members, or if you are unable to talk with some staff members, are not able to contact, means you can definitely contact and tell all these points with your counselors. These counselors are nothing but the staff members, okay? Each 20 students will be provided 1 counselor. So that counselor will make a counseling session weekly 1 hour. So during that time, you can tell your suggestions or any queries, whatever you want to clear, you can contact them. So that staff members, they will immediately inform to HOD to make any remedy for that problems, okay? This is regarding the counseling. Faculty advisors are there. The faculty advisors, they will also conduct the test for the students. So test timetable will be prepared by the faculty advisors, and the test schedule will be distributed. Again, all these things are through online mode, and you will get your test timetable. And after the test, you will have a class committee meeting for regarding the performance of the test, and it will be intimated to the HOD to improve your performance. That's all. So as already the staff members who have mentioned earlier, so concentrate on your studies, have good attendance, maintain your internal, and get your good results. When you go out of the college, you should remember the pleasant stay here and the positivity what you got here, okay? So I wish you all the best. And regarding the electronics lab, I'm going to handle you electronic circuits and electronics lab this semester. In electronics lab, you will be going to do 2 labs. One is electronic circuits lab, that is in 3rd semester. Other one lab is linear integrated circuits lab, that is in the next semester, okay? So regarding the electronic circuits lab, it was designed with 10 experiments, and 5 experiments you will be discussing with basic experiments of studying about the characteristics, and remaining 5 experiments you will be studying about the applications of semiconductor devices. And the 4th semester, you will be going to see the LIC lab, that is the linear integrated circuits. That lab is designed with all 10 experiments are application oriented. All the 10 experiments are with respect to application oriented using different ICs. So you'll be going to explore these 2 particular labs from the electronics lab. So once again, I wish all the best. I think I've given all the parts which HOD want to introduce to the 2nd year students. So I wish you all the best for your great success, bright future, and pleasant stay in our E&I department. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your inspiring words about the department and the lab facilities. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Vimala ma'am, Professor Vimala ma'am, Ma'am is attending this meet. Ma'am to give a few words for our department students. Please, ma'am. Ma'am, unmute பண்ணீங்க ma'am. Mute இருக்கு ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Hemakumar. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Super, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
After a long time, we are meeting. How are you all?
Great, ma'am.
Fine, fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, thank you. I welcome all the students who come for your second year. Anyway, I am Dr. Vimala Kalyan Kumar from Mathematics Department. Dear students, usually we meet face to face, but unfortunately in this situation, we are meeting in this way. Anyway, iduvum kadandu pogum. Let us hope for the best. Okay. Anyway, we are going to have our online classes. Don't think it's just like any other chatting thing. Take it serious. Okay. Anyway, life has to go. Whatever may be the situation, life has to go. So we have to do our duty without fail. So remember that now you don't have to go here and there, that difficulties and all not there. Okay. You are happily sitting at home. There are many people who are starving for food, whereas we are given enough by God. Okay. Let us thank to that and let us do our duty without fail. Okay. So when I handle your mathematics class, if you have any doubt or any difficulty, you can contact me at any time. No time bound I give. Okay, you can contact me at any time. Only thing, regularly you try to learn. Mathematics you cannot in fact study, you can only practice. That if you understand, it will be very good. Okay. If you clear your mathematics paper, as some of our faculty members said, it will be too good for you, because keeping it as an arrear is very difficult task. Okay. Now, currently, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, I am speaking to you something and you are learning something. Okay. That it will be there in your mind. With that, you can do things. But now itself, if you are not showing any interest, later you cannot learn by yourself. Okay. One more thing, everything is available in textbook. I am not going to teach my research subject to you. Everything is available in textbook. Okay, fine. But in between steps, you may not be able to follow. And what is the shortest method to do problem, that you may not be able to follow. And which portion you have to focus more, that you may not be able to follow. For all these things, you attend your classes regularly. Don't skip. Don't skip any of the classes. Don't think I'm sitting somewhere else and teacher is somewhere else. She is not able to see me, so I can skip, or simply I can on the screen and I can move somewhere. Don't think so. It is for your welfarement we are doing all these things. Okay. Anyway, let us have a good time even now. Okay. Let us learn well. Let us do our duty positively. Okay. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Over to Hemakumar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
For the sharing your information. That was telling about the importance of math. It is more important for engineering students. And now we'll move on to the next part of this meeting. We have the self-introduction by the students. So students will be giving a short self-introduction about themselves. It should be a very short introduction. You have to tell your name, and then you have to tell about your parents, and then you have to tell why did you choose this department. Okay, so it should be very short. Don't take more time. We'll go in attendance order. I request Hemakumar sir to guide the students.